you did there with the Metallica.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah.
We had to set that up perfectly. I heard you went to Metallica. Tell everybody who does not know that you went to the Metallica concert.
I did. I wouldn't say I went. I got offered a ticket, so I did go, but I did not purchase it myself. I might have left a couple songs early, but it was good. So
that's called wisdom.
Well, I just feel like I'm not hating any of you guys, Metallica fans, and I'm not against it at all, but I just, about half their songs I couldn't hear what they were saying, so I just felt like it was time for me to go, so went ahead and eased on.
So you're coming off a win last week, right? And the week before that?
Yeah, it's good.
Right? Tell us a little bit about that win. It's got to feel good, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. Really good week, and Kansas had a great car, and had some things go our way there at the end and whatnot, as I'm sure a lot of you guys watched. But it had a good car all day, and was able to put ourselves in position to do that. So that was nice. A lot of work to do here today. Had a rough Friday, so I'm sorry, Saturday this week. But yeah, we'll try to get it turned around and see what we got.
Well, the race here last fall. Did you feel the love from all the fans, Martinsville fans, last fall?
Yeah, well, it was great to see that support, and I felt like I saw a lot of it again this spring, which is really cool. So I appreciate all you guys. I see a lot of the right 9 hats and Napa hats, and the right stuff. So thank you.
Speaking of number 9 hats, we're all about making dreams come true here at Martinsville. Short track bringing the fans closer to you.
Yeah.
2002, how old were you in 2002?
I was 6 or 7. Yeah.
6 or 7. Well, this gentleman right here, you were sitting in your dad's lap. That was your signature.
That is awesome.
In 2002. Can you sign it and make it up to date today for this gentleman?
Yeah.
I got a black one if you need it.
That's really cool. Where were we? Indy. So that was the year he won. The year after he won. Here, hold this. I'll stop.
Ladies and gentlemen, making dreams come true here at Martinsville, the ultimate pre-race experience. Chase Elliott, building dreams and changing lives.
There you go. Thanks.
That's a whole nother interview.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool.
That is pretty cool, right? That kind of touched my heart right there.
Everybody heard that or not, but so that hat I just signed when I was 6 or 7. He asked me to sign it, and apparently I wrote Chase on there. It wasn't real pretty. It's not pretty either now, but it's scribbled a little better now than it was then, but not much.
That's legendary.
That's really cool.
That's Hall of Fame kind of stuff right there.
No, I don't know about that, but it's cooler than the norm, that's for sure.
So let's talk about Chase Elliott. When was the first time you knew you wanted to fly?
Wanted to fly.
You fly helicopters, right?
Yeah, a little bit of both, but yeah, my dad's always been really big into aviation, and was grew up around racing, very very fortunate and lucky, and was around airplanes and things, and because of that was lucky enough to be in them and kind of see the inner workings of it and watch Dad fly. So that was kind of my interest in it, and as I got older, kind of kept interest in it and was able to pursue that a little bit. So I like it.
So how was it your first time solo, flying solo? Tell us what you were feeling. That had to be scary, right?
Yeah, for anybody who's ever flown, your first solo is like definitely nerve-wracking. For me, my instructor didn't tell me that I was soloing that day, so we started off just a normal lesson and whatnot. We were just doing laps around the airport, and we land, and he said, oh, we taxi back over to the hangar. Yeah, sounds good, no worries. Taxi over there. He said, all right, well, I'm getting out. I said, you are? He said, yeah, I'm getting out. I was like, all right, well, here we go. So started taxiing out, and I kind of had this conversation with myself. I was like, either we're going to get this thing off the ground and get it back, or we're not. So luckily we got it off and back, and here we are. So it worked out.
Wow. Any comparisons from flying to the NASCAR driving?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the decision making to me, especially when you're flying by yourself, there's no one there to help you make a decision. No one's riding with me in the car to help you make a decision. So you might have some guidance from somewhere, but at the end of the day, you're still making the final call. So you have to think through things a little differently when you're racing versus flying, but still, that final decision that you make is kind of up to you. So yeah, I think there's some similarities there.
Absolutely. Well, you love short track racing.
Yeah.
You love Martinsville. Share with the fans a little bit about you and Martinsville.
Yeah, Martinsville's been it's been either love or hate for me. This is a special place. I ran my first Cup race here in 2015, which did not go over very smoothly. So, you know, I had a rough race in 15, had 2 terrible races in 16, 17 had a couple fast cars. I had a good run. I guess the best race we've had was the spring of 17. Ran 3rd or 4th. But really, aside from that, it's been really hit or miss. And this place is so tough because it's such a rhythm racetrack. It's obviously very small. I mean, you guys are taking up the majority of the front stretch, so which is awesome. And you know, but I did a lot of short track racing. Those of you that have followed me, I raced a lot of asphalt late models and came from, you know, racing at places like Pensacola and Montgomery and Mobile and a lot of places around the southeast. But I never raced late model stock cars like they race here. You know, the big late model stock race here is just not something I ever did. You know, I never raced at a place like Martinsville, and honestly, a lot of the short track racetracks that I ran on remind me more of the 1.5 miles that we raced on in Cup. They're kind of shaped the same and have some similar tendencies. This is nothing like the places I raced on, so it's been a big learning curve, and I think it still is, but as it showed up yesterday in qualifying, if anybody was watching. So, yeah, just have some work to do, and I've enjoyed the challenge, so it's fun, and looking forward to today.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time, the ultimate pre-race NASCAR experience. You want to say any last words to the fans?
Yeah, just thanks, and you know, it's awesome to see you guys out. Like I said, a lot of the right hats and shirts on, which is always good to see. And, yeah, we'll try to put on a good show for you guys today, so thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Chase Elliott.